should be up here getting me some rest. You know, on my break, 10-hour break, I got a long ride ahead of me. Got a trip from here from Green Bay going to North Carolina. So I should be in bed, you know, in the bunk. You know, but it's hard to sleep in the truck that's not mine. You know, my truck is in the shop, so they gave me a loaner truck, and it's an automatic, and I don't too much care for automatics. So, and then on top of that, then a lot of my belongings are in my truck. So I have to just get me a few things, you know, out of my truck to put in this truck. But nevertheless, I'm gonna touch on somebody, man, that, you know, O'Shea Duke been talking about her, and I made several videos about this chick. What's her name? Sharika Soul, Divestment, whatever the fuck her channel is. And we already know how you have these women. Me, I don't vote either way, whether I don't support the Democrats due to some of their views, and you know, just the liberal views, man. They just, to me, the liberals are like fucking I don't see why black people even follow the Democrats, to be honest. But then again, you got a lot of leftist leaning Skittles people that follow, that's in our community, that follows the Democrats. So it is what it is. But me, I need to vote for either conservative Democrats or Republicans. But neither one, to me, don't deserve our vote. But then when you listen to a lot of these so-called Trumpaholics, Sharika Soul is one of them. Now, we all know it's a civil war between the megas. There's a civil war going on in between them, due to the fact a lot of the white folks realizing that they voted for Donald Trump, and the shit that they voted for is not, you know, it's not you know, popping off with them. So a lot of you have a lot of white people that voted for Trump are now crashing out, because now they feel like they thought by them voting for Trump it was gonna do shit for them. But turns out Donald Trump, when he got in, started getting all his rich buddies tax breaks and all this shit, and yet nothing yet has happened for the poor proletarian white folks at the bottom. Which, you know, I could have told them that shit, but you know, being who they are, they voted for Trump because, you know, and they you know, white supremacist mindset, they thought it was gonna just be shit getting done for them. And now that it ain't working out the way they thought. But that's politicians and multimillionaire white men sell you poor white people dreams and shit like that. Sell y'all those dreams. But anyway, this Sharika Soul, basically, this is a woman that sit up here and talk about conservatism and talk about she's a child of God, but don't not once mention her past. Why is that? Why is she's not gonna mention her past? Because her past is ungodly. Now, I don't believe in religious dogma, none of that shit. I don't subscribe to religious dogma. Me, I take it with a grain of salt on any of this religious dogma shit. But with her, the hypocrisy is real, because she come off basically telling black people that, you know, due to the high crime rate, and this same thing with Charleston White. I kind of put her and Charleston White really in the same category. Really, you know, a lot of these grifters get online, and then they all, you know, people give them support, because like I said, majority of people online are useful idiots. They don't go do research themselves. They let anybody tell them some shit without them fact checking it and going looking, you know, doing research on shit. That's why I don't follow too many motherfuckers online. You know, and the few that I do, they solid. You gotta be fucking solid. You know, You gotta be fucking solid for me to follow you. And that means you can't grift. So we had a lot of these. You had a few Negroes, and I put Sharika Soul, Candace Owens, Anton Daniels, even though she's a ghetto gagger, I put all them in the same category because they, I call them white people whisperers. And see, what they don't understand is, like Jason Black and Professor Black True said, Cooney got an expiration date. We already know, see what the shit that Candace Owens going through. Cooney, Jason Whitlock, Jason Fatlock, you seeing what's going on with him. These white people giving them their wake-up call. Like I'm gonna say, shout out to Nick Fuentes for giving them their nigga moment. Because now you got a lot of these white folks who don't need since Donald Trump been in, don't need their mouthpiece no more. They outlived their usefulness, so they no longer are needed. Now that Donald Trump and these white supremacists are emboldened to say what they want to say and do what they want to do, they're emboldened to, they don't need them no more. And Nick Fuentes basically telling them that we no longer need y'all to make money off us no more. What that's telling you, the Butter Biscuit train has left the station. So all this cooning y'all been doing, people like you, Anton, Sharika Soul, Jason Fatlock, all you so-called Negroes that conservatives that's with this conservative grip, because you all see a market that was open that now is closing, because these white supremacists no longer need y'all to be their mouthpiece. That y'all outlive y'all usefulness, y'all no longer needed. So you're gonna see a whole lot of these Negroes like them getting them walking papers, because now they can't sell their grift no more. They done played themselves out, they done outlived their usefulness, and now pretty soon you'll see them in a minute try to come back and basically repackage themselves. But nah, we see y'all niggas, y'all can't come back. Y'all can't come back, because if you try to come back on some shit, nigga, we ain't gonna. I don't take you seriously either. I don't take Sharika Soul serious. I don't take Anton Daniels serious. I don't take Jason Lee Peterson serious. I don't take none of you niggas serious. And see, this the thing is, Malcolm X told y'all niggas in the Ballad of the Bullet, y'all gonna fail prey to this white man's political system. Whether it be on the liberals, without the racist undercover liberals, because a lot of these liberals are just as racist as the conservatives. They ain't gonna come out and tell you that. So, like I said, man, hey, you're gonna see a lot of these coons getting their walking papers in the future. Just wait. You're gonna see a whole lot of them getting them walking papers.